And I respect Mike. He's a legend. But it's time. It's my time now. There's a reason why I have the same birthday as Cus D'Amato. Because I'm going to teach you how to fucking box, Mike.
Iron Mike Tyson is back at it with Jake Paul, but this time with words in a fiery live address. Tyson unleashed a series of vicious warnings on Jake Paul for disrespecting his legendary trainer, Cus D'Amato.
The first day he met me, he took me in his house. He didn't even know me.
I can say honestly, I have a very deep affection for him. I do.
It seems like Jake is getting too comfortable playing with fire, and Mike is tired of it. We've said it before, and we'll say it again. Making jokes and laughing while someone is angry at you is one of the most disrespectful things you can do. It's a sign that minimizes the other person's feelings, implying that their anger is so inconsequential that it's amusing. This brings us to the curious dynamic between Mike Tyson and Jake. Jake Paul has built a reputation for his antics, often blurring the lines between genuine bravado and outright trolling. One can never be entirely sure if he's serious or simply playing a role to catch Garner's attention. This ambiguity was on full display during an exchange with Mike Tyson.
Moving as he has gives me the motivation and interest to stay alive, because I believe that a person dies when they no longer wants to live.
Paul's dismissive and flippant attitude seemed designed to provoke, yet at first, Tyson's reaction was one of bemusement rather than anger. He seemed to think I couldn't even get mad at this guy because he's talking out of his unwise brain. It was almost as if Tyson couldn't even get mad at this guy because he's talking out of his unwise brain. It was almost as if Tyson couldn't even think of taking Paul seriously for a moment. One might have expected Jake Paul to break character to laugh and reveal it was all a joke, but he didn't. However, there was a major moment when Jake Paul mentioned Tyson's late trainer and mentor.
You tell me.
It could be coke.
No, it's something. It's something.
Dito was a father figure to Tyson, the man who shaped him into a champion and provided a semblance of stability during his tumultuous youth. Jake Paul continued and made a bold statement about his upcoming fight with Mike. I respect Mike, and he's a legend, as Paul said, but it's time. It's my time now. There's a reason I have the same birthday as Kato, because I'm going to teach you how to box. Mike, this declaration was not only audacious, but also loaded with implications, given Kato's legendary status as Tyson's mentor and a key figure in his rise to greatness. Paul's casual reference to D'Amato did not go unnoticed. There was even a flicker in Tyson's eyes, a brief, almost imperceptible twitch. This was not a topic to be taken lightly, and certainly not something to be mocked. To understand the significance of this, let's delve into a historical analogy. After the attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941, Japanese Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto reportedly said, "I fear all we have done is awaken a sleeping giant and fill him with a terrible resolve." The sleeping giant, of course, was the United States military, whose response ended in the Hiroshima incident and Nagasaki. This quote, chilling in its presence, underscores the peril of underestimating a powerful adversary. Jake Paul should at least take caution when provoking Mike Tyson, especially by trivializing someone as major as Dito, which is similar to poking that sleeping giant.
Believe it or accept it, because in my opinion, the mind and emotions are about 75% of boxing.
D'Amato continues to be one of the foremost fighters.
Tyson's restraint so far is a testament to his growth and self-control, yet there is a latent ferocity within him, a terrible result that, if fully awakened, could spell disaster for any provocateur. Paul might be playing a dangerous game, and should Tyson's patience wear thin, the consequences could be severe, or should we say severe. Tyson, known for his non-nonsense approach and brutal honesty, decided to not take Paul's comments lightly throughout their verbal sparring. Tyson repeatedly called Paul fat and questioned his credentials and power as a boxer. Tyson never wanted to mince words and promised to knock Paul out with the first punch. Punchy lands.
Ooh.
Folks, that's the main event. I can't even get mad at this guy because everybody knows this guy.
He was quick to point out what he sees as glaring deficiencies in Paul's boxing career. So far, he can't even knock it out. Nate Diaz Tyson retorted that Nate Diaz is 40 elves. How are you going to knock me out? Who's the other guy? Anderson Silva, he didn't knock out those little guys. How's he going to knock me out? Who did he knock out? Who did he knock out? Little children, he never knocked out a real man. Come on, and you should have seen the confidence in Tyson's eyes while saying that Tyson's words were sharp and dismissive, underscoring his skepticism about Paul's abilities in the ring. Paul's reference to sharing a birthday with Cus D'Amato seemed to be an attempt to draw a symbolic connection, implying that he possesses some good boxing wisdom or destiny. However, Tyson's reaction shows that he finds this comparison not only disrespectful, but also ludicrous, for Tyson D'Amato represents a deep, almost sacred part of his life and career, and any attempt by Paul to align himself with that legacy is likely seen as an affront. Mike Tyson has even mentioned how he's using the knowledge that Cus D'Amato taught him in preparation for his fight with Jake. Interestingly, Tyson attributes much of his success to a somewhat unconventional practice. Hypnosis. Tyson has openly discussed how hypnosis played a big role in his training and mental preparation, starting from a very young age. At the age of 13, Tyson was introduced to hypnosis by his mentor and former coach, Tyson, who revealed in an interview with tennis star Nick Cus on the Good Trouble podcast that he was raised off of hypnosis and that it was an integral part of his routine throughout his career. He explained, "I always had hypnosis before I fought. It only works with certain people. Not everybody gets it. I guess that's what life is all about. Not everybody's the same, but I got it." In Tyson's experience, hypnosis was about reaching and connecting with his subconscious mind, particularly tapping into his ferocity and focus. He said it's all about reaching your self-consciousness. You have a connection with your self-consciousness and your ferociousness. Everything's about being connected, and by using that for fighting too, everything's about love. Everything's connected to love, even us going to war. I got her back, she's got his back. It's war, and there's love. This connection between love and combat might seem paradoxical, but for Tyson, it underscores the unity and purpose of his approach to boxing. He saw hypnosis as a way to align his mental state with his physical prowess, creating a powerful synergy that fueled his legendary performances in the ring. Tyson's reflections on hypnosis and its impact on his career were also discussed in depth during his appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience. He even shared how D'Amato would have him undergo professional hypnosis 2 or 3 times a day before sparring, training, and fights. My objective was to destroy, Tyson said, indicating the intense focus and singular purpose that hypnosis helped him achieve. D'Amato's philosophy was clear. Emotional detachment was crucial for Tyson's success. Tyson recalled D'Amato's words, "Feels mean nothing. Feelings have nothing to do with your life. The only thing feelings do is distract you. We don't know about you, but if this is the kind of motivation that drives Tyson, maybe Jake should cancel this fight as early as he can under hypnosis." Tyson was taught to relax, focus on blackness and nothingness, and channel his inner savageness, effectively transforming him into the ferocious animal he was known to be in the ring beyond the physical and mental conditioning. Tyson's journey with hypnosis also speaks to his broader spiritual journey, reflecting on his evolution as a person. Tyson mentioned on the journey that the spiritual journey appears to never be over. Your spirituality changes, your intellect changes, and your soul changes. I'm just at the stage now where I'm pretty much ready to meet God. I'm at peace. Yeah, Tyson D'Amato is a name that should be respected in all cases, and it's not right even a little for Jake Paul to compare himself with him, and he's sure he's going to knock Jake out for it despite multiple health warnings. Former undisputed champion Mike Tyson remains defiant about his return to the ring. Tyson has faced criticism regarding his appearance and physical condition at 58, but he dismisses these comments as stemming from jealousy. In a conversation with Reuters, Tyson stated, "I'm 58, and what I'm getting billions of views from just talking to somebody about fighting everybody, even most of the athletes they're jealous of, that's whack." Tyson is acutely aware of his enduring popularity and the attention he commands. He pointed out that even in their prime, many athletes couldn't draw the kind of audience he still attracts. "I say in your prime you couldn't draw 1 million people, man. What are you talking about? You couldn't sell out the arena. At 58, you could sell out an 80-seat arena," according to Tyson. Paul opted to fight him due to his significant fan base and the widespread interest he generates. "Why do you think he wants to fight me and not anybody else? Everybody wants to fight him. All the boxers want to fight him. But if he fought them, the only people who would come are those who like him. Other guys' parents might not even come to watch them. That's just keeping it real. They're too boring. Parents might not even come to watch them. That's just keeping it real. They're too boring for their children to watch. It's like watching grass grow. Despite the skepticism and health warnings, Tyson's upcoming bout is expected to draw massive global interest. Reports suggest that Tyson will receive a massive $20 million purse for the fight. His preparation for the match has also been closely followed on social media, where he has shared footage of his training. The response has been mixed, with some fans expressing doubts about his ability to compete at such an advanced age, but we'll get to that in a moment. Tyson's professional career ended with a string of disappointing losses, including 3 defeats in his last 4 fights.
What do you say to people who say you're not good enough to box against a boxing legend? And Mike, what do you say to people who say you're too old to be fighting?
I think the people that said that wish they were up here. So no one else can do it. Who else can do this? Who else can shut the sport?
Paul, however, has youth on his side. In a nightly interview on Jesse Watt's Prime Time, he vowed to shock the world. "I think he's underestimating me." Paul said in response to trash talk from Tyson, "I truly think that, and it's a heavyweight fight, so he's the bigger man, but I'm the faster man, he's a much stronger man, but I'm fresh, he's experienced, I'm smart, but in the ring he may be smarter, so it's a really interesting matchup. But I think the whole world and a lot of people see his training videos, and yes, he looks like a beast, he's a dog, he's Iron Mike Tyson, but I believe I have what it takes to beat him, and I know this is the toughest test of my life. It's an honor to be in there with Mike, but at the end of the day, I'm going to be the one who gets my hand raised." Jake Paul's confidence is evident, and he has every reason to believe in his abilities at 27. Paul is in his physical prime, an advantage he hopes will counterbalance Tyson's vast experience and raw power. His comments reflect a strategic mindset, acknowledging Tyson's strengths while emphasizing his own attributes of speed, freshness, and tactical intelligence. In the interview, it was then jokingly suggested the possibility of Tyson trying to bite Paul's ear, a notorious reference to Tyson's infamous 1997 fight with EvanderHolyfield. "He can't bite my ear off if I knock his teeth out." Paul responded. However, following the face-off at their press conference in New York, rumors began circulating that the fight might be rigged, prompting both fighters to address these concerns directly. Mike Tyson took to his social media platforms, including Instagram and X, to dispel the notion that their fight is anything but genuine. "This fight isn't scripted, as some haters in the boxing community want you to believe. This is a sanctioned fight, and I'm knocking Jake out," Tyson asserted in his posts, echoing Tyson's sentiments. Jake Paul reposted Tyson's message on his X account and added his own emphatic rebuttal. "I love you, Mike, but you are the one getting knocked out, and ignore the haters who say it's scripted," Paul commented, making his stance clear to his followers. Despite these reassurances, some skepticism remained among fans. One Instagram user cynically remarked, "It's a rigged contest, a money grab, a fake-ass dance in the ring, not a fight." Another added, "I'm sure that fight is all for money, and Mike Tyson will lose for that." Conversely, many fans defended Tyson's integrity. One X-user supported Tyson, stating that Mike has always been straightforward and that he says what he means. "If he says it's real, I trust his word, and it means that Jake is in deep trouble." Another Instagram commenter echoed this sentiment, saying if Mike says it isn't scripted, it isn't scripted. The playful nature of the face-off, where Tyson and Paul were seen laughing and even tickling each other, also caused mixed reactions. One Instagram user highlighted the unusual conduct, writing that this is not Mike's first sanctioned fight where he smiled and tickled his opponent during the face-off. Boxing analyst Teddy Atlas, who played a crucial role in Tyson's early training under Cus D'Amato, weighed in on the fight's legitimacy during an interview. "If there's legitimacy to the effort, if there's legitimacy to the event, and if the purpose of it is other than just making money, there's a chance Tyson can catch Paul and hurt him," Atlas said, adding a layer of professional insight into the debate. Jake Paul, meanwhile, shared a video of the face-off on his Instagram, captioning it with titanium. "Jake will sleep with iron." Mike, the fun has begun, but he chose not to directly address the rigging accusations in that post. His comments seem more focused on promoting the event and maintaining the playful rivalry between him and Tyson. So you tell us what you think might make all the beef going around real or fabricated. Share your thoughts below, and we'll see you in the next one.